Hi Tarot Tribe, hello, it's me. And I'm back with an unboxing video. I've had a epic day of unboxings. You are probably just watching this one, but I've done a ton of unboxings today because I have time and I've been sick, so I'm trying to catch up. So this is the Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robinson and illustrated by Eugene Smith. It's by Llewellyn. And I got this from Amazon.ca. It's one of those big juicy boxes. Do you keep these boxes, everyone? Do you keep these big ones or do you just get rid of them? I tend to get rid of them. Tend to recycle them. Part of me is like, I'm totally going to cut this out and decoupage it. I never do it. I never do it. I have cut out a few of these back parts and hung them up if I really like the art. I'm not gonna, I ain't getting around to decoupaging. Who am I fooling? I haven't got time for that. Like, in all seriousness, I've got better things to do with or a lot of other things to do with my time. So this is the Animal Totem Tarot, and I would also, it's interesting, is this a little bit of cultural appropriation? I don't know. How does everyone feel about that? So anyway, I'm going to recycle this box because we're not going to pretend like I'm going to actually decoupage anything. I'm loving the matte finishes on these books. That's what I'm doing for my Oracle deck. And very cool that you get the full page there. This deck is dedicated to the animals. May their voices and their lessons guide your way. You get an introduction. You get chapter 1, Tarot for the Uninitiated. So aligning the tarot with the energy of the animals and the how-tos of a reading. Then Power Animals, Animal Totems, and Animal Guides. It'd be interesting to read that. Talking about animals we fear. Interesting. And then understanding the journey before you begin, the major arcana, the royal families, the minor arcana, and exploring your deck. So 1, 2, 3 spreads. And there's space too for you I never write in these. Do you write in these, guys? I never do. But there's journal prompts, and that's probably why they've got them there. And I love me journal prompts. I've got them in mine as well. Back into the recycling. Okay. Well, the backs are really pretty. Let's cut this open. Oh, my book got scuffed. Oh well, it happens. These things do happen, my loves. The back is really pretty. Better cardstock. Could it be? Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm so itchy. Llewellyn is listening. We thank you, Llewellyn, for the better cardstock. Much thicker than normal. So let's go through the full. So as you may have guessed, take an educated guess, there are no people in this deck. Kind of looks like he's dead. Does he not? Or is that just my sick mind? Oh, so beautiful though, this is the priestess. And I really love the styled art. Yeah, he the boss. Really, oh, swans. More swans reminding me of home. I have had the chance to sea kayak with killer whales in their natural habitat in Johnson Sound in northern BC, and it was amazing, and I love them so much. I've said this many times, I really wanted to be a marine biologist, so I'm a big ass fan of anything to do with water animals. That's cool. Hey, ladybugs. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. So this deck, Justice is 11 and Strength is 8. The Hanged Man. Boy, yeah, these birds are full on. I've seen condors in their natural in Peru, and they are the vultures of South America, and they are ugly birds. They are ugly birds. They're powerful and they've got amazing medicine, and I learnt a lot about them when I was there, but they're not an attractive bird. Bobcat. Bobcats are going to show up in something of mine very soon. The tower. The star. The sun. Anytime I think of lemurs, I think of John Cleese. I don't know if you guys know this, but he loves lemurs. He did a documentary on lemurs, and I love John Cleese. I grew up, my dad's from London, hence the mishmash I have of my accent. I just grew up in a household full of accents, and I went to school Australian accent. My mum has a very thick Canadian accent. My dad has a very thick, he sounds like Michael Caine, I kid you not, like dead ringer. Sounds like Michael Caine. So from South London. And so Monty Python when I was a little bit older, but Mr. Bean, Only Fools and Horses, Fawlty Towers, Blackadder, like anything BBC, absolutely fabulous. Like I grew up, like all that is very much my childhood. So I love British comedy so much, and that's how I really adore John Cleese, and he loves lemurs. A little side note. You better watch out. Have you been good? Santa's reindeers are coming for you. Oh, beautiful. Stingray. We have these here, the woodpeckers. I'm really interested, what I love about a lot of animal decks is reading about why the certain animal was chosen for each of the cards, and how the artist has interpreted that for their deck. So that's going to be an interesting thing to go through. Oh, Llewellyn, thank you so much for making thicker cardstock, and I hope that it continues. I'm sure a lot of us do appreciate this. Oh, she looks like she's hungry. Tasmanian devil. We're very endangered and dying of a very specific disease. I think it's like a nose cancer or something. I can't remember the last time I was. I love puffins. Octopi. Oh. Otters. Probably one of the cutest animals ever. I love that. The dragonflies like flitting to each one. That's very reminiscent of the Seven of Cups, you know, that like, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny. They have that very sporadic, quick way of moving. She's so sweet. Moose. In joke. No one's gonna get that, but yeah. Ace of Swords. This one makes me sad. I know it's supposed to. Echidna, or as my baby daddy would say, an enchilada. Funny story, we were at the zoo in Perth on our second date back in 2006. That's how long we've known each other. And we went to the zoo, and we got to the echidna we have this beautiful, in Perth, the zoo is actually quite gorgeous, and there's like a walking trail in the Australian section, which is very open. It's not caged in, so that you can kind of see the animals a lot, and there's kangaroos like everywhere. And we got to the echidnas section, and he's like, "Hey, look, an enchilada!" And I make a mean enchilada. I'm the queen of Mexican food because that's what I want for dinner. I love Mexican food, like beyond anything. And ever since then, enchiladas, echidnas have been enchiladas, and I've bought him, like, he's got a green aventurine carved one. I bought him a little toy, like anything that I could find for years. It was like a massive running joke. It still is between us. Look, it's an enchilada. I don't think they would be that tasty. They're very cute. I'm really loving this art style. Roadrunner, beep beep, coyotes after you. Ah, Queen of Swords. Yes, ma'am. It's me. Love looking at the Queen of Swords. You know when you have those cards in a deck that you immediately go to? The Queen of Swords is one of mine. Being a Gemini. Oh, so sweet. I have so many animal decks. I have so many animal oracle decks. And you know what? I still, like, love them all. I've been around so many llamas. Do you know, another side note, that there are no more wild llamas in Peru? They are all owned, or like they let them like roam. You should see the tracks, like they're so narrow, and there's like mountain drops, and they just run. And I was like tiptoeing across it because I get vertigo. But there are no wild ones left. They're all domesticated. The llamas and the alpacas, but the vicuñas, if you ever get any vicuña wool, it's very expensive. They're so cute. They are left wild, and they are highly protected and only shorn once a year at a festival. They're such beautiful. They can be a bit scary though, because they will spit at you, because they're part of the camel family, right? They'll spit at you, and they got big scary teeth, but they're such gorgeous animals. I've spent a lot of time with them. It's quite the thing to, I've woken up to a bear outside my tent in Canada, so I didn't go out there. I just like packed myself and just let it go away. And I've woken up to horses outside my tent. I've woken up to deer outside my tent when I spent a lot of time in the Canadian, when I backpacked across Canada and I hiked through the Rockies for 3 weeks. Woken up to llamas and alpacas. I love me the outdoors. I love me the animals. I'm looking forward to the next time I can do a big trek and maybe take the wee one. And then the King of Pentacles buffalo. Beautiful. Really liking this. Let's give it a shuffle. My hands want to cooperate. I'm going to go on Facebook and publicly thank the people at Llewellyn for the thicker cardstock. Tweet that out. So they shuffle really nicely. And what did I pick today? Oh, the Four of Pentacles. Little squirrel. So it is kind of a Rider-Waite Smith-ish, but it's also, you can use this very intuitively and just get to know the animals and kind of what they mean. Yeah, and like just kind of go from, oh, my book is really trashed. I just opened it. Look at that. Like it got caught in the print machine. That's okay. I don't need, like don't need to complain or anything like that to the publisher. There's no point in wasting good trees. Oh, so it has a message of the animal. So what the squirrel has to say. And then it has business and career, family relationships, health and well-being, and then journal prompts. So I like that. So I'm going to spend some time with this deck. It is really, really gorgeous from what I can see. And you'll be very happy to know about the thicker cardstock. But if you've seen some unboxings, then you already know that already. This has been an unboxing and first impressions to the Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robinson and UG Smith. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you like all this kind of stuff, if you like tarot and oracle and me kind of ad-libbing some stuff and chatting away and singing almost, then please subscribe. And thanks very much for connecting and watching today.